Hi, Don Romans with FurnaceFilterTalk.com here once again. I'm going to do today a comparison between the 3M Filtrete MERV 11 and the AirX MERV 11. These are the top two filters on Amazon for MERV 11. 3M is number one and AirX is number two. So I want to just look at and see the difference between these and show you what I see as the difference with, I've got over 30 years experience making air filters. I actually used to make the AirX filters for them, the company I worked for. We made them for them, and now they make their own. But let's just start with the 3M. Let's start with the AirX. The AirX is a very good filter. You can see it has the die-cut grid. This is the downstream side. It has the wire backing, which is typical on a lot of air filters. That gives it its support. The real critical thing to look for is the V-shape. And the V-shape on this filter, very nice pointed V's, nicely spaced out pleats, which is very critical for the airflow and the collection of dust and particles going through it. So you get even distribution. The V-shape is what allows it to, you're getting more square footage of filter media in this frame, which allows it to collect more dirt. That's the point of the V. So it's a great design. It's typical of most filters, but this one is exceptional on the shape of the V, very nice and crisp V. And they're nice, spaced out evenly, not bunched together, which you'll see sometimes, which is a flaw in the manufacturing, but this one is very excellent, very impressed. The other thing too is I showed you this side has the die-cut grid and this side has the die-cut grid. This is made out of beverage board material, which is like what your drink cans come in. And this is a big difference between this one and the 3M. You can see if you try to, if I try to twist this, it doesn't flex at all. It's very sturdy because this is a two-piece frame. There's a top and there's a bottom, and they go together and they're all glued together and adhered to the media, and so it's a very sturdy filter. So when you slide it into your unit, it's not going to bend and flex on you. Really strong. Very impressed with that. And so to take a look at the 3M, before I go on to the 3M, if you look at the number of pleats across here, so you got essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 pleats. So I believe that's going to be the same as the 3M. Let's take a look. The 3M has, you can't quite see it in here, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So it's one short. They're pretty much the same. The 3M also has very good spacing. The pleats are made very well on this filter. The V shape it's gonna do a really good job because you don't have any bunching together of the pleats and things like that. The 3M difference though is look at how you can twist and rack this one. And that's because it doesn't have that die-cut grid on the air entering side. It has it on the air exit side, has the wire backing on the media, which is typical, but this is called a one-piece frame. That's actually all one piece instead of being the two-piece like the other one was. So that makes it, I don't like that as much because of the flex. It doesn't typically make much difference. This one is not too bad. So, the only reason that would be an issue is when you go to slide it in your track, it causes you issue with it wanting to bend or anything like that. Depends on how tight the track is. And this one, it's not real bad. So I wouldn't not use it because of that. But it's a good filter overall. So basically the next step, they're basically constructed with the same amount of media on both. They're good quality on both filters, so no issues there. So it really comes down to performance and price. So the price of the 3M filter and I'm going to use a 1625 for example. is $12.08 on Amazon. The AirX filter is $9.97, so it's about $2 cheaper. So, and that's pretty common with 3M. Most of the 3M products are more expensive. Generally, they make a really good quality product, and so it's tough for somebody to compete with them. But so far, looking at this, construction, pleat spacing, everything, so far these filters, they're very comparable to each other. Actually, I would give a little nudge to the AirX because of the die cut grid on both sides. So right now it's kind of leading. So really now it comes down to AirX is leading on price and sturdiness. But if you go to the test, which is the real critical thing, and it's usually where 3M beats people. And so you'll see, I'm going to show you the testing, and they both basically had the same performance on the additional resistance to airflow. So, I mean, they're pretty much identical. So with that said, there's really not much reason to buy the 3M and pay the higher price over the AirX. So, and you can get both of these on Amazon. And so, so your delivery, your shipping, all that is going to be the same. So, really, I would give the win on this to the AirX filter. And I'm a big fan of 3M. So, but right now I can't deny that the AirX is the winner of these two. This is this one. Okay, all right. Well, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Okay, here we are. I'm testing the AirX MERV 11. We're going to be doing a comparison test. This is a brand new AirX MERV 11, and you can see what the initial resistance is. We're getting 0.15 up to 1.6 occasionally. That's very good. I'm very impressed. That's a good starting point. So let me pause the video and I'll switch out, and I'm going to put the 3M MERV 11 filter in there. We'll see what it does. Okay, I've got the 3M MERV 11 filter in, and we're looking at 0.1415. It's bouncing around, but 1.4 looks like a pretty steady 1.5 number. So they're pretty close to the same. Both very good numbers to start with. Very impressed. So I would call that pretty much a draw between these two.